Welcome back. One Rockford native is using her voice and the art of poetry to inspire the community to be more accepting of one another, despite our different backgrounds and despite how we might sound.
We can be a little overshadowed sometimes, but oftentimes it's the most overshadowed people that have the best stories to tell.
Juliana Gamero has been telling stories for as long as she can remember, falling in love with poetry back in the 7th grade.
I love the idea of people using poetry or art as an outlet, and that's what I've been doing. That's why I have clung on to it so hard.
Finding her niche, poetry allows Juliana to be her authentic self, using it as a tool of self-reflection.
I have struggled a lot with anxiety, for example, and I use art and I use poetry and I use writing to cope and to grow myself as a person.
In 2022, Juliana was bestowed the honor of Rockford's Youth Poet Laureate. She was honored to have a platform to amplify her voice.
Utilize it to the best of my abilities and try to, spread forth positivity and values that I feel are incredibly important to have.
In collaboration with the city, she created a series of poems to improve health literacy, using her experience as a first-generation immigrant in a Spanish-speaking household.
But they gave me a diagnosis, a word that my Scrabble board won't count, that doesn't give me closure, it just gives me doubt. Don't leave me hanging on for more explanation. Say it all right here, right now, and don't spare my feelings. I know you know how to rip off a band-aid. Can you just do that for me? For us?
I'm thinking about my dad. I definitely feel like it's hard living in a place that's always going to look at you differently if you have an accent, if you don't speak the language. And I never really kind of realized how deep these struggles go when it comes to your own personal health and bodily autonomy.
Me dice que está bien y que preguntas y preguntas solamente le confunda. Le digo a mi padre, le pido a mi padre, le pido que pregunte si no sabes lo que viene, ¿por qué te da vergüenza de pedir la ayuda que necesitas? Esto le digo a mi padre.
Eye-opening to how people live and how people experience the world when they're not able to communicate as efficiently.
Poetry helped Juliana embrace and understand her Hispanic roots.
It was nice for me to get in touch with my roots. It was nice for me to get back into that mindset of yeah, this is where I come from, and it's not something that I guess I have to hide away.
As a high school senior, Juliana is gearing up for college. This inspiring teen is setting her sights high as she waits to hear back from her dream schools, Cornell and Harvard. Wherever she goes, she'll be making the 815 very proud.